Yeah. We back with another one. Yeah.
What's going on, Juco?
We reacting over here. I'm El Jefe. We just gonna like and subscribe. Have fun. Kick back. Smith Cartel. Y'all like and subscribe because you're gonna love it. This is the Smith Cartel channel. Go ahead and like, subscribe. We gonna keep going fed until we go live. I'm El Jefe, the big boss, kicking at Third Coast. We going, running, smiling, man. We doing the most to my family. I wish you the best. Remember what Jefe taught you, boy. Say it with your chest. Big boy, big boss. I rock it in the South. Got these folks slugs and all this gold shining in my mouth. I'm the man, understand. Like and subscribe. We gon' keep spinning the block until we get it right. Yeah, that's real. Like and subscribe, that's the channel. We keep it real, give you more than you can handle. Yeah, like and subscribe. Smith Cartel, I'm El Jefe. All right. Smith Cartel channel. Y'all like and subscribe. I'm Jefe. I'm gonna be your host. I just wanted to get this one because I had to see this one, man. It said I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless. It say Florida man. Shout out to 1090 Jake in the sentence. Say Florida man sentenced to 999 years in prison for killing his own grandparents. This is insane. These YNs is going insanely crazy. Let's check it out. Y'all shout out to the 1090 Jake, like I said, and y'all subscribe to the channel, to the cartel. Let's get it.
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. For this video, we're going to be speaking on a Florida man that was sentenced to 999 years.
That's a long
for
time.
killing his grandparents.
A
teenager's in jail after a family says he shot and killed his grandparents over a family feud. Family members tell us Unita Hardy and Gregory Merritt were in their early 60s. A family friend was also killed in all of this.
His thoughts, his actions, his words.
Your own
Those
grandparents.
three things prove to you, in this case, beyond a reasonable doubt, that this defendant committed
You see that white lady? You see how she look? That white lady right there, you might as well get life in prison.
Incredible because it is literally corroborated by all the other evidence in this case. And that was the same statement in which she confessed.
I like seeing two white women go at it because, boy, especially when they be talking, they be on it, boy. They don't play. They be looking at each other in the eyes. Like they use their words. The white lord, look at this fool. He look like a crash out and crash dummy.
How you doing?
How you doing? Why everybody in Florida got the big fat dreadlocks, man? Come on, man.
Yes, sir.
Then you go to then you go to Chicago and they got different ones.
I do find there to be probable cause
the
for
thinner
the four
braid,
charges
thinner
against you.
dreadlocks.
I am going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Mr. Jones, you've been charged with 3 separate counts of second-degree murder.
This is insane.
You've also been charged with
Look at her. Look at the black lady face.
a separate
Look at the
count
black
of
lady
armed
face.
robbery.
Oh,
You will be held without bond on
She's shaking
all
her
4
head,
of
look.
those charges.
It was January 15,
insane.
2023. At 12:30 in the afternoon, Jacksonville sheriffs responded to a home in reference to a shooting. Arriving on scene, officers discovered 44-year-old Luther Williams laying in the front yard with multiple gunshot wounds.
Oh my God.
Officers quickly conducted a security sweep of the residence, finding 2 additional victims in a back bedroom. 58-year-old Unita Hardy and 63-year-old Gregory Merritt. They were both unresponsive with multiple gunshot wounds. All 3 victims would die at the scene as detectives arrived to begin the triple homicide investigation. A search warrant was obtained, the crime scene was processed, and multiple 9mm shell casings would be found inside and outside the home by all 3 victims. It was determined all 3 met a violent demise, standing only feet away from their killer. A nearby neighbor, now witness, would tell detectives she observed an 18-year-old named Jadarius Jones arrive at the victim's home in a black Toyota Camry. He'd enter the home wearing a fanny pack satchel, and once inside was confronted by male acquaintances who were already in the home. The confrontation stemmed from an incident they found out Jadarius was involved in, and a physical fight broke out. Jadarius was seen running from the home on foot. Officers would observe a male matching the description of Jadarius at a home not far from the murder scene. He'd be detained by officers, identified as the suspect, and transported for an interview with detectives. A search of the home would reveal a fanny pack style satchel described by the witness. Inside was a wallet belonging to the victim found in the front yard. Speaking with Jadarius, the detective would read him his constitutional rights, and Jadarius would acknowledge he understood all of his rights inside the form. Post Miranda, Jadarius would confess to shooting and killing all 3 victims. But these weren't just random people. Unita and Gregory were his own grandparents.
That's crazy.
The 18-year-old would be charged with 3 counts of second-degree murder, armed robbery with a firearm, and theft of a motor vehicle for stealing the victim's Toyota after the murder. The vehicle would be found in front of the home he was found at. Jadarius would sit inside of the Duval County Jail for over 2 years before finding himself guilty as fuck at trial. Now 20 years old, Jadarius would receive a jaw-dropping 999 years for the triple murder that ended his grandparents' life. In all reality, he'd be sentenced to life for each murder, with the sentences running concurrent, but on the court site it would say 999 years, 99 months, and 99 days. For those that have never been to prison, within the dorms are call-out sheets that would list inmate names, Department of Corrections numbers, as well as their release dates. And for the inmates with a life sentence, the year of release would just say 9999. Now these numbers almost seem make-believe, but for 20-year-old Jadarius, they are very real.
Yeah, they're real.
If he's lucky enough to live the next 60 years, he'll have spent it within the 4 regions of the Florida Department of Corrections. It doesn't matter which part of the state he wakes up in. That Florida sun will shine every morning off the barbed wire fences. And the day he doesn't wake up, he'll be collected from his cell, body bagged, sent home if he has any living relatives, or he'll be buried at the prison. But that Florida sun will keep on shining.
Yeah, it will.
And this is the reality of life in Florida State Prison.
Yeah, buddy.
Another statistic and another example for those watching of what your life could be if you make the wrong decisions. Now, there was a lot of information missing from this case that I wasn't able to find in the courts. Apparently, Jadarius was rumored of having committed a shooting. That, I guess, is the reason he was confronted inside of his grandparents' home. Now, I don't know if this was an attempt of like hood justice. Like, we heard he did something, so we're gonna come over here and beat him up
or something,
to teach him a lesson, and his grandparents allowed it. And then Jadarius snapped and ended up killing his grandparents and another man. We don't know the details. All we know is an 18-year-old turned that gun on his grandparents and a third man was killed in the front yard. Then he admitted it to the police.
Straight out, flat out.
This happened in Jacksonville. Jacksonville has been the murder capital of Florida for a very long time. A lot of drill rappers, you know, the Florida drill scene that started in Jacksonville. The courts aren't gonna play that shit. When I was in the Florida prison system, most of the jits that I met that came from Jacksonville had 10 years or better. And they were all in there for some type of a gun crime, whether it was shootings, whatever the fuck, murders, attempted murders.
Was running basketball jersey numbers.
But for Jadarius, I don't see him being granted an appeal for a triple murder like this.
As gruesome with his grandparents as well.
And based on where the shell casings landed, they were able to prove, you know, through analyzing the crime
was right
scene,
next to him,
that he was firing from close range.
Yeah, he was right there.
He was right in front of them when he gunned them down.
He knew exactly who he was hitting.
He knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah.
He didn't play crazy.
Me and Jake, we on the same page. Yeah.
He admitted to it.
Yeah, straight up.
For whatever reason.
It was straight
Signed
up
off on his life, basically just ate a fucking life sentence.
Yeah.
Now he's gone. He's in prison.
Buddy.
Living that day by day from 20 years old to whenever he's no longer breathing. That's no life to live.
Hell no.
If you've been in there, you know that.
It's not. They gonna tell you when to eat.
Because I've gone on the Florida
use
Department
the
of
bathroom,
Corrections website
sleep,
and just looked
shower.
up some
They
of the
tell you
people
when you
that
got to
I
do
knew,
everything.
especially some of the ones that I met that had life sentences. A couple of them have committed suicide.
Yeah, they done already went. They checked on themselves.
Because they weren't able to just
that time.
keep doing it.
Same
Every
thing over
day.
and over again.
It's repetition.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Same thing.
Nothing changes. A lot of people don't realize out here you have so much freedom.
Yeah,
to the
buddy.
point that you don't see what you have until it's gone.
It's
When you're in there,
away.
all you can do is wear blue.
Yeah.
The same blues everybody else has. His might be a little bit nicer than yours, you know, a little bit newer because he paid money for it. But all you wear is blue. All the COs wear is brown. Those are the only colors you're seeing. Year after year after year.
Yeah, in Texas,
You know
it's
what
white
I mean? You're
and yellow.
used to the fucking heat because if you're not in one of the newer dorms, you're in the old school Florida prison dorms
no
where there's
AC.
just holes in the
Just
windows.
holes in the windows
and there's
and
no
fans.
AC.
They got
It's
fans
hot
that
as
blow
fuck.
hot
The
air
rain
back
gets into the
inside it.
dorm. Living that day by day for the next 40, 50, 60 fucking years is no life to live.
Eating
and I
eggs
wish
every
that
morning.
the Florida Department of Corrections would let
Pancakes.
people like myself
With
in
peanut butter.
with a camera to show y'all the realities to keep y'all from making the
Yeah,
decisions
you don't want to go.
that leave you in there with no escape. A lot of people say, oh, how did you get through prison? How did you do so much confinement time? How did you? I didn't have a choice. I had to.
You ain't got no
Now he
choice.
doesn't have a choice.
You got to
until
pull
he
your
dies.
time.
But hey, it's
Plain and
1090
simple.
Jake. I hope y'all get the fucking message. I'm rocking with y'all or y'all rocking with me. Till next time.
Hey, 1090 Jake, shout out to him. He's speaking truth, speaking facts. Y'all don't need to go there. You don't want to go there. It's not a place for you, you know, and it's sad. And a lot of these guys don't understand it. Some of these guys don't realize they unaliving cops when they do it. Do you know how bad your life is going to be in there? The CO's going to tell you it ain't even going to be the inmates. But a lot of this stuff, man, you know, a lot of the times, one of the things that I try to tell youngsters is, man, when if you go up the river, you go on that Bluebird, man, a lot of times it's not what you did, it's what you end up having to do when you get there. Because a lot of these guys, like all these drill rappers and stuff that's going to prison, they don't understand. They think that when they go to prison, it's the same thing as out here. It's not. They don't give a damn about, you know, Crips, Bloods, GDs, folks. That's in there. But the thing that they looking at is color. And everybody's segregated in that way. And that's how it is, man. And if you know, it don't matter. You could say, oh, well, I'm beefing with him. Well, then everybody going to tell you, go over and take a look at him. Let's get it out, get that off your chest real quick because y'all going to have to work together. That's the thing about it. People don't understand. It's not like it is in the streets, man. And a lot of these guys, they go in there, man, and they come out different. That's the sad part is that they get their time. And when they get their time, that's when they find out. Because every person, man or female, they end up waking up and learning something. Most of them. But it'd be too late. Like these drill rappers, they be rapping about the unalived homies and all that and doing all kinds of disrespectful stuff. Then when they get older, they're like, man, I'm tired of that life, man. And they say, I want to live a normal life. You can never do that. You can never do that because there's always going to be some goofy or somebody who is holding on to what you said about somebody else. And one day you're going to be out there with your kids or something, and they just going to come up and unload. And it's going to be, you know, one of those things. That's how it works. Same thing with the females. The females, you know, they go out and they put themselves on camera and do all this stuff like, the OnlyFans and stuff. And then later on they say, I'm done with that now. Now I want to have a family, and they can't. Like nobody takes them seriously. So, I mean, a lot of stuff you do has backlash, but a lot of that stuff is too late when they realize I was stupid. Oh, I'm dumb. I shouldn't have did that. You can't go back and change it. That's all I'm saying. But, shout out to 1090 Jake, man. You know what I'm saying? He always give you good content. He always gave us good content. Shout out to him. Y'all subscribe to the Smith Cartel channel. I'm Hefe. I'll see y'all on the next one. You know what I'm saying? To my family, love y'all. To everybody else, be breezy.